Hi guys, what's up? How are you guys doing?
Hope you're having a fantastic day, guys.
Yes, so it's another fantastic Tuesday.
I feel like it's a rainy Tuesday. It's raining like crazy. I don't think I've experienced a Tuesday like this in Lagos before, but I think it's also beautiful. But yeah, guys, this is the Peppery Spot Show right here on Voicetome. Of course, you know how we do it right here, guys. We bring to you all the juicy stuff happening in the world. Basically, all the peppery things happening, peppery gist, all the tata food, we bring it to your doorstep. And as always, guys, we have amazing stories that we'll be sharing with you. But before we continue, guys, my name is Choma Eze as always.
Yes, and my name is LAWAL, the Vibe Queen. And yes, of
definitely,
course, just like she said, it's the Peppery Spot Show. Gist plenty.
I did tell you. So without wasting time, guys, let's move right straight into it. So I'm going to start in the show today with a post that I saw yesterday that made me laugh so hard. Now, if you guys can remember last year, we had this post about Jesus, right? Where like we saw one person post Jesus, and then like I think after like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, almost everybody started posting Jesus on their profile pictures, on their Instagram pages. And honestly, I saw one post yesterday that cracked me up, and I'm like, if I don't share it or if I don't say it, I don't know if this just is going to, if this Peppery Spot will be interesting. So this person posted, and he was like, I slept in the afternoon one day and I woke up to everybody posting Jesus, I won't die. And I went to the comment section and it was so funny. People were like, they thought it was rapture happening. People just had like different opinion about it. And it made me remember like what really happened that day. Honestly, I wouldn't say I was scared per se, but I think it was just shocking. You know, some people didn't even know the reason why people were posting it. Because they just saw it going viral, they took it and they posted it. Although it was Nathaniel Bassey that started it though. And I think after then also we had like Baba Adebayo, Baba Adeboye, that's of Redeem. And then after that again, I think we had like different people like posting it, and that was how it started going viral. And us too, we posted. It was not that we had the G-Sha, but we posted. But when I saw that, I think it was really, really funny, and it was beautiful to see, because I'm like, what? May not be saying a rapture happen. No, God will not allow us to be left behind. But I think it was just wonderful to see.
Yeah, actually, I remember that day. In fact, Nigerians, I just like the fact that no matter what we are going through, we just, look for a way to make each other happy and, just live through the things that we are going through in this world. I remember that this Jesus thing too. That's how, I think it was one of my colleagues that actually showed me where, and I saw another one yesterday too on WhatsApp where like somebody snapped with Jesus. They then say, make you come church, come see now. Me and Jesus don't snap, and I'm like, you people, how do you people even like? Is it that you just sit down and then you start thinking of these crazy things? But crazy. I just realized that see, if we take this life too seriously, things are going on, so you just need to just laugh it off and all.
Yeah.
Anyway, see this gist like I think it's long overdue. Not like we've not been talking about it, but you see, I don't know what's up with sex tapes. Like, I am so tired. Like, honestly, especially if it is true that some people are doing it on purpose. I remember when this latest sex tape dropped, that of MOYO LAWAL, and where I was, there was a conversation about because you give people the permission to even say things or dissect things that on a norm they have no business in dissecting. I remember that during that conversation, one person was just particular, like the person was not even particular about the fact that this person decided to, or this sex tape leaked. The person was particular about with that fine body, see the way she no spice. And one person was the same person was saying, even the guy, you have such a body. And I'm like, in the first, because I was actually irritated that like, why would you even, and I didn't know when I said like, are you not even ashamed the way you're even analyzing somebody else's sex life? And somebody just came in as if the person was waiting for me to talk, and the person just said, if to say now inside their room the thing happen, I go no say one thing no happen. They don't give us public speakers say, oh yeah, nah, share your opinion, so don't even talk to anybody. And I'm like, okay, but you know what, I was looking at it from the angle of, is it possible that this person, because people were saying some of these people drop it on their snap, like they do it on purpose, and coming from the fact that social media never forgets. Coming from the fact that, people had to dig out old tweets of her saying like she's very careful when it comes to sex, like she doesn't really do some things, she turns a lot of men down because she doesn't want to get sexual and all. And people now started saying coming from you. And at first, our response to it, she just posted a picture of her on set, unbothered, but I think the thing got to her because she had to just come out to say that, she would never put it out herself because people are saying she leaked it out herself. And, she had to say that she's a legal team on the case. But in the first place, like, just like somebody said that day, like, why do people even, like, not even marriage? Even marriage safe, like, will my husband be telling me that let's be recording sex? Like, why are you recording your private pleasurable moments? Like, honestly, to me, it's unnecessary. Talk less of just boyfriend. Knowing how, like, sweet relationships go sour, like, knowing how there are some people you've been really close lovers, best friends with, and you don't want to see each other again. Like, things like that happen. That's life. So why would you want to record yourself having sex? Like, that it's actually sad, like, because it's really been trending lately and people have had a lot to say. And I'm like, come on, we have to share this one on Peppery Spot too.
I think it's a very, very crazy story, honestly. Given that we've been seeing back to back sex tape. I think we saw the one of like Booba Girl, and although that wasn't her fault, I think they said it was her boyfriend that leaked the video. And then after that again, we had like who else do we have safe? Okay, I think MOYO LAWAL. I think they came before then. I think their own was like last year. Ones. Yes, I'm talking about like recently. Okay. And then having like MOYO LAWAL having to go through like this with her also, I think is really crazy. I've not watched the video. I don't think I'll watch it. But I've heard like reviews from people. Even I don't know. There's this guy that's been terrorizing Instagram and social media. Very dark guy. That very dark guy. That very black. I can't remember his name. But I know that he was talking about it and he's like, this babe, she's clean. Blah blah blah. Blah, blah, blah. But like, why would you post your nude on social? Why would you record yourself while posting? Now I feel like people have different reasons for doing different things, and I would not fault you for doing what you love to do. But I don't know. I think this is my personal opinion. I think I would never do stuff like this, and I think it would save you so much if you can just deviate from recording yourself while having sex, if you must do that. Because at the end of the day, I feel like the repercussion will be very terrible. Now, that guy was saying that in cases like this, honestly, the guys don't really get as much backlash as like the ladies. He talked about Oxlade and how like when Oxlade released like the sex tape, when the video leaked, how like people were hailing Oxlade. And he was saying that the only reason why they did not come for that babe is because they did not see her face. It was later that when she started filing like one lawsuit, that people were like, okay, so this is even the babe that did that thing with her. But assuming they knew she was the one, they would have dragged her. That's the same way they dragged Tiwa Savage, and now they're dragging MOYO LAWAL. So in cases like this, I feel like it's just very important that you protect yourself. Like, if you must do stuff like that, there's no need to record yourself. And even if you're recording yourself, I don't know, I feel like some people derive pleasure in that. I feel because I've heard stories of people just wanting to record themselves and then they watch it later. I mean, it can be cruise for them, but just be careful, because anything that goes on social media, not to tarnish image, and it will be bad for you. Because I also saw like Kata FA coming out to say that his sex tape might leak anytime, in case you see it. Honestly, a part of me doesn't believe him, but a part of me still believes him, because you see, anything can happen. I will not be surprised if I see it, because this is the era and the time for sex tape. But I think my advice is you guys should just be careful, please. If you must have sex, if you must do that, please don't record yourself. And if you must record yourself, please do it with someone that you trust, or even have it on your phone. Be smart about it. If you're going to record, have it on your phone, put it in a safe place so that they'll not be able to take. Because once it gets into another person's hand, it might not even be your boyfriend that will post it. It might be somebody that is going through your boyfriend's phone that will see it and might want to post it. Anything can happen. So just be careful, and I mean, God help you as you are being careful. Yeah. Anyways, moving on, I think I have a story from like the BB Niger house at BB All Stars. Okay, a lot is happening there, and I'm like, the pepper too much. They choke for throat. They pepper for eyes. All right, so I think I will be starting with Mercy, because she's been talking a lot recently, and honestly, people have been like, what did they give this girl? Make she chop. I think Mercy is a very intelligent and beautiful babe, and I think she's smart. Yes, I think that's it, because in her last season we saw that happen, how she handled like the game until she got to like the number 1 spot, and now again I feel like at the beginning we didn't know what her strategy was, but like she's been talking about how she's going to win the money. So when I saw a video the first time, I thought she was probably high, so like I didn't really think that was like, I think there's nothing wrong in thinking or in saying that you're going to win the money, because speak it and it will happen, right? So it's fine if she's saying that, but I think yesterday again she repeated it again, and then this time she was like, the reason why she came back on the show is because people were saying that she won the show because Tacha was disqualified, so she came back to prove a point, and I'm like, okay, we love to see it, but go necessary. And even if that's even like why you came, first of all, I don't even think that's the reason why you should even come back to the show. If you're coming back for like a good aim or a good purpose, but like that's why she came back, and it's fine, because she's entitled to her opinion, to her decisions and the rest. But like her having to like reiterate it over and over and over again, I feel like she even because I feel like as a celebrity, right, even though you begin to say stuff like, I'm sieving out the negative comments, I'm trying to be, sometimes you see the one that you cannot keep quiet for. And I feel like for a very long time she was consuming words that were coming out from Tacha's fans' mouths and other people. So I think it got to her head, and somehow she just wants to prove a point. She just wants to show that, oh, she's better than this person, or she has more fans than this person, or she would have won the game if it wasn't for this person. I don't think that's how we should live life. If you're going there, you're going there for a good purpose. You're going there for yourself, right? Because you know what you're going to achieve from it, and not because of somebody else, because you will just end up killing yourself and hurting yourself. But I also love that she knows how to play the game, and she's playing it well. If this is a strategy for her, I don't know it's working, because people are talking already. But yeah, I think that's Mercy. We even have Doing and the rest, but I'll just leave Val to give us more.
So when I see these things, actually there's no even time to watch it in total, so I just see the highlights online, right? But I feel like when I see these things, I just feel like they are all strategies, because when I saw she's the most skinny con, she's hated, she's blah, all that one is just strategy. Because I also know that White Money said something, which is Andla tweeted and said they also, when he said he was going on the show, that somebody said, what is he going to do again? That he wants to prove to them that what was this one, that beg, let's vote him out, that he didn't even know that he's going to stay till this moment, and all that people feel like you can't win twice and all. I just feel like, you see, this particular weekend is even going to be it's going to be tough, because so I saw a tweet where they said like Big Brother is going to be evicting 4 housemates. If that thing is true, hey, like it feels like the strongest housemates are up for eviction. We have Mercy, we have Ilebaye, we have White Money, we have Neo. Like there's no small person on that list. Honestly, the only person, who did I even think about that might leave? Like it's quite unpredictable. And I feel like Ilebaye, someone like Ilebaye, that girl, we play, that girl might win, because I saw a particular tweet where like everybody in the comment section, if anybody didn't mention Ilebaye, maybe 2 out of the many comments I read, people were like, just forgo their annoyance. Like, are you guys voting for Baye? Are you guys? I'm like, this girl. So I feel like every one of them, they're just using strategies, and some of them are trying to perch on the PT strategy, because believe it or not, Nigerians love PT. They love PT. Like when you can, so many people feel like some of the past winners, won by PT. They say Lekon, people were saying okay PT and all. So I feel like most of them are just trying to perch on that PT thing and hold on to it. Well, I think like the next gist I'm going to be talking about is still on Big Brother, right? But I'm going to be talking about Doing. Funny enough, I love Doyin a lot because I feel like Doyin is smart. And honestly, I feel like Doyin gives me my kind of vibe, right? She talks too much, yeah. But I feel like if you say something behind somebody, like that's it. I think that's what I love the most about Doyin. Don't be I love the fact how Ebuka said, Doyin, you said if somebody is going to give you a chance today, it was really beautiful. It was someone else. They probably start stammering. Like, it was how fluent she was. She owned it with her full chest, and she was like, this. Yes, I said it, Venita. And people were like, hey, Big Brother should not have evicted Doyin at that point, honestly, because the house would have been hot, because it felt like Venita was ready to tear her apart. And I also loved it, like, she came out and she said something which I feel like, no, she necessarily shouldn't have. Because she said something about the fact that Nigerians messed up, people don't love, you don't know good thing. Like, she was a gold, I think she was gold. She used a particular phrase.
Maybe TV gold.
Yeah, TV gold. That because, she says it as it is and this and that. I feel like that was a lot, because on Twitter this was a whole cruise. Like, people were saying, thank God say I'm no kuku be Nigerian, I be Ghanaian, but all of una Nigerians don't say una no get sense, so una no know better thing. I feel like they are going to drag her for it, but I feel like Doyin is also prepared. Like, she would shake it off. I feel like I'm really interested in watching her videos, and I know that she will shake it off, but I just feel like she shouldn't have said it. She's out. Thank God she said she dreamt about before the eviction came, she dreamt about she going out and all. So, like, I wish she didn't say that part. But then again, who am I? I'm not kuku Doyin. Everybody's entitled to how they feel or how they decide to. And I know she will hold this with her full chest. So,
yeah. I think it's beautiful that she handled, because the Doyin that we saw in this Big Brother All Stars is different from the Doyin that we used to know. The Doyin that was in the other season wasn't really outspoken. I feel like she was expressive. I remember that there was a time that she had issues with her close friend Diane. Was it Diane? I can't remember her name. But like, I remember that she would always tell her that this is the way I'm feeling. And it's really beautiful. I really love that about Doyin. But this time when she came back for war. And I remember in her diary session, she was like, honestly, I think she was talking to Alex, that's true. She was like, I'm a very lovely person. I can be a lovely person, but I don't like mean people. And when I see that that's the energy you're giving me, I give it back fire for fire. Mm-hmm. And I think I totally understand that, honestly, because there's sometimes that you might want to keep quiet for some things, but you get to a point where you're like, you know what, let everybody be mad together, right? Maybe we just say crazy they go, since you want to be crazy. And I feel like when she also said that also, I feel like people were like, that she went overboard with the way she said it. Some people are saying that number one, she age shamed Venita. She was too rude with what she said. What did she even say again? Where she talked about what did she even say at this thing? Okay, she said she doesn't like Venita because she's mean. Yeah, because of her age and the rest. And people were like, number one, on your normal day, you and Venita, on your normal day, you and Venita cannot be in the same place. Like, you guys cannot even see and vibe. Like, give her respect at least. Like, there's no need trying to like downgrade or what's the word now? There's no need to try to insult her. I mean we know that you're vocal, we know that you're blunt, but there's a limit to stuff like that. It's good to be blunt, it's good to be expressive, but just know when to back off, right? Because if you cross that line, it's you being rude, and that's very crazy. So like, when she said that, somehow I was like, oh, that's not nice. Okay, maybe Doyin probably had like a lot in her mind, and she was holding on to it, and she was just looking for like a way to express herself before leaving. And I was correct, because I think when she left, there was a conversation going on between Alex, Perry, Neo, and I think it was led by, I can't remember the last person, where they were talking about like everything happening in the it was Sissy talking about everything happening in the house. And Alex was like, she witnessed Venita several times insult Doyin. Like, Doyin would literally pass and Venita would insult her. Like, Doyin would like, she would say stuff like, yeah, they smell, or stuff like that. And then when I heard, because Sissy was like, Doyin would always complain to her, and Alex was like, it wasn't Doyin complaining to her, she was seeing it with her eyes. Like, she saw what Venita was doing to Doyin, and it wasn't right. So I feel like that's what Doyin like built up in. I feel like it built up in her mind for a very long time. And when she had the opportunity to express herself, that was why she went boom. But the thing again is that it's not only Venita that Doyin had that thing with, because she also had issues with people in the house. So I think this time she decided, you know what, since I was quiet during my own set and people removed me, this time I'm coming back and I'm going to be blunt and I'm going to be expressive. And she probably wanted to give like the V vibe. And I mean, it worked out well for her because, I mean, she stayed to this point, but she had to leave. I mean, she ended up leaving. But I think it's also beautiful because Doyin is such a wonderful person. She's very outspoken, and I feel like she's also strong too, because there were a lot of insults in that house targeted. That is it Perry? Is it Venita? Is it Sisi? Left, right, center, and she would always be ready. She would always be, especially when she was like the head of house. We did not hear word for Doyin. So I love that. First of all, I think she's very strong, and I love how she was able to carry herself regardless of how toxic that place was. And I love that regardless of whatever people were saying, she was also very expressive. I mean, I think that's what I really love about her also, because I can also be like that too. So yeah, I think shout out to Doyin, and I know that she will do pretty well because she's such a we've met her in real life, and she's such a sweetheart. So yeah, if whatever you're seeing, you're thinking that she's not a good person, don't worry. She went there to play a game, and you people watched her play a game. Now that she's out, we'll see a different side of Doyin. But yeah, guys, I think that's like the main gist from the Big Brother Naija.